Om Shanti. Murli date 15th November 2023. Essence. Sweet children, only the one Father is blissful, one who gives blessings to all. The Father alone is called the remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness. No one apart from Him can remove your sorrow. Question. There is a system of adoption on both the path of devotion and the path of knowledge. But what is the difference? Answer. On the path of devotion, when someone is adopted, there is a relationship of guru and disciple. A sannyasi who is adopted will call himself a follower, whereas on the path of knowledge, you are not followers or disciples. You have become children of the Father. To become a child means to have a right to the inheritance. Song. Salutations to Shiva. Om Shanti. You children heard the song. This praise is of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, Shiva. They say, salutations to Shiva. They do not say salutations to Rudra or salutations to Somnath. They say salutations to Shiva. And he is the one who is praised a lot. Salutations to Shiva means to the Father. The name of God, the Father, is Shiva. He is incorporeal. Who said, O God, the Father? The soul said it. When a soul simply says, O Father, that refers to a physical father. The expression, O God, the Father, refers to the spiritual father. These matters have to be understood. Deities are called those with divine intellects. The deities were the masters of the world. Now, no one is a master. No one is the Lord or master of Bharat. A king is called the father or the bestower of food, the provider. There are now no kings. So, who said salutations to Shiva? How can you tell that one is the Father? There are so many Brahmakumars and Kumaris. They become the grandchildren of Shiv Baba. He adopts through Brahma. They all say, we are Brahmakumars and Kumaris. Acha. Whose child is Brahma? Shiva's. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar, all three are children of Shiva. Shiv Baba is God, the highest on high, the one who resides in the incorporeal world. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are the residents of the subtle region. Okay. So, how was the human world created? He says, According to the drama, I enter the ordinary body of Brahma and make him the father of people, Prajapita. I have to enter the one who is given the name Brahma. His name changes after he has been adopted. Even sannyasis have their names changed. They first take birth to householders and then, according to their sanskars, they read the scriptures etc. in their childhood, and then they have disinterest. They then go to a sannyasi and are adopted there. They would say, "This one is my guru." They would not call him their father. They become disciples or followers of the guru. The guru adopts the disciple and says, "You are my disciple or my follower." This father says, "You are my children." You souls have been calling out to the Father on the path of devotion because there is a lot of sorrow here. There is a lot of crying out in distress. The purifier Father is only the one. Souls salute incorporeal Shiva. The Father always exists. It is to God, the Father, that they sign. You are the mother and you are the father. Since there is the father, the mother is also definitely needed. There cannot be creation without the mother and father. The father definitely has to come to the children to know how the world cycle repeats and to know its beginning, middle, and end is to become Trikaldarshi. There are millions of actors and each one's part is his own. This drama is unlimited. The Father says, "I am the creator, director, and principal actor. I am acting. Am I not? My soul is called the Supreme. The form of each soul and the form of the Supreme Soul are the same. In fact, a soul is just a point. The soul, the star, resides in the center of the forehead. It is extremely subtle. It cannot be seen. A soul is subtle and the Father of souls is also subtle. The Father explains, "You souls are like points. I, Shiva, am also like a point. However, I am the supreme creator and director. I am the ocean of knowledge. I have the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. I am knowledgeful and blissful. I give blessings to everyone. I take everyone into salvation. Only the one Father is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. No one is unhappy in the golden age. It is a kingdom of only Lakshmi and Narayan." The Father explains, "I am the seed of the human world tree. For instance, there is a mango tree that has a non-living seed. so that would not speak. If it were living, it would say, the branches, twigs, leaves, etc. merge from me, the seed. This one is living, and that is called the Kalpa tree. The Supreme, the Supreme Soul, is the seed of the human world tree. The Father says, I myself come and explain the knowledge of it to everyone. I make you children constantly happy. It is Maya that makes you unhappy. The path of devotion has to end. The drama cycle definitely has to turn. This is the history and geography of the unlimited world. The cycle continues to turn. The iron age has to be changed into the golden age. There is just the one world. God, the Father, is one. He has no father. He is also the teacher and is teaching you. God speaks, I teach you Raj Yoga. People don't know the mother and father. You children know that you are the incorporeal children of the incorporeal Shiv Baba. You are then also the children of the corporeal Brahma. All the incorporeal children are brothers, and all the children of Brahma are brothers and sisters. This is the way to remain pure. How can brothers and sisters indulge in vice? It is vice that starts a fire, is it not? It is said, the fire of lust. The Father shows you the way to remain safe from that. Firstly, the attainment here is very high. If we follow the Father's Srimad, we will receive the inheritance from the unlimited Father. Only by having remembrance do we become ever healthy. The yoga of ancient Bharat is very well known. The Father says, by continually remembering me, you will become pure and your sins will be absolved. If you shed your bodies in remembrance of the Father, you will come to me. This old world is to end. This is the same Mahabharat war. There will be victory for those who belong to the Father. A kingdom is being established. God is teaching Raj Yoga for you to become the masters of heaven. Then Maya, Ravan makes you into the masters of hell. It is as though you receive that curse. The Father says, beloved children, may you become residents of heaven by following my directions. Then, when the kingdom of Ravan begins, Ravan says, O children of God, may you become residents of hell. Heaven definitely has to come after hell. This is hell, is it not? There is so much violence everywhere. There is no fighting or quarreling in the golden age. Bharat itself was heaven. There were no other kingdoms. Now that Bharat is hell, there are innumerable religions. It is remembered that I have to come to destroy the many religions and establish the one religion. I only incarnate once. The Father has to come into the impure world. He comes when the old world has to end. War is also needed for that. The Father says, "Sweet children, you came bodiless, and you have completed your part of 84 births. You now have to return home. I make you pure from impure and take you back home." In 5000 years, the deity's souls take 84 births. There is an account. Not everyone will take 84 births. The Father says, "Remember me and claim your inheritance." Let the world cycle turn around in your intellects. We are actors. As an actor, if you do not know the creator, director, and principal actor of the drama, you are senseless. Bharat has become so poverty stricken through this. The Father comes and makes it solvent. The Father explains, "You people of Bharat were in heaven, and you definitely had to take 84 births. Your 84 births have now ended. Just this last birth now remains." God speaks. The God of everyone is one. None of those of all the other religions would accept Krishna as God. They would only accept the incorporeal one. He is the Father of all souls. He says, "I come at the end of the many births of this one and enter him. When the kingdom has been established, destruction begins, and I go back home." This is a very great sacrificial fire. All the other sacrificial fires are to be sacrificed into this one. The rubbish of the whole world falls into this one, and then no other sacrificial fires are created. The path of devotion comes to an end. After the golden and silver ages, devotion then begins. Devotion is now coming to an end. So, all of this is the praise of Shiv Baba. They have given him so many names, and yet they don't know anything. This one is Shiva, and he is then also called Rudra, Somnath, and Babulnath, one who changes thorns into flowers. They have given many names to the one. He was given a name according to the service he did. He is giving you nectar to drink. You mothers have become instruments to open the gates to heaven. It is those who are pure who are praised. Impure one praise the pure ones. Everyone bows their head to Kumaris. You Brahma Kumars and Kumaris are uplifting Bharat. You have to become pure and claim your inheritance of the pure world from the Father. While living at home with your families, you have to remain pure. This requires effort. Lust is the greatest enemy. When they can't stay without vice, they begin to beat them. Innocent ones are assaulted in the sacrificial fire of Rudra. When the urn of sin of those who assault the innocent ones becomes full, destruction takes place. There are many daughters who have never seen Baba, and they write, Baba, I know you. I will definitely become pure in order to claim my inheritance from you. The father explains, you have been studying the scriptures and going on the physical pilgrimages of the path of devotion. You now have to return home. Therefore, have yoga with me. Break away from everyone else and connect yourself to me alone. And I will take you back with me and then send you to heaven. That is a land of peace. Souls don't speak there. The golden age is a land of happiness, and this is a land of sorrow. You have to remember that land of peace and the land of happiness, and you will then go to heaven. You have taken 84 births. The cycle of the clans continues to turn. First is the top knot of Brahmins, then the deity clan, and then the warrior clan. You play a game of somersaulting. We will now become deities from Brahmins. This cycle continues to turn. By knowing it, you become rulers of the globe. You need the unlimited inheritance from the unlimited Father. Therefore, you definitely have to follow the Father's directions. You explain that the incorporeal Supreme Father has come and entered this corporeal body. When we souls are incorporeal, we reside up there. This sun and moon are the lights. This is called an unlimited day and night. The golden and silver ages are the day, and the copper and iron ages are the night. The Father comes and shows you the path to salvation. You receive such a good explanation. There is happiness in the golden age, and then that continues to decrease little by little. In the golden age, it is 16 celestial degrees, then 14 in the silver age. All of these matters have to be understood. Untimely death never takes place there. There is nothing to cry or fight about there. Everything depends on how you study. It is only by studying this that you can change from human beings into deities. God is teaching us to make us into gods and goddesses. Those studies are worthy only a few pennies. Those studies are worthy only a few pennies. This study is worth diamonds. It is just a matter of becoming pure in this final birth. This Raj Yoga is the easiest of all. To study, to become a barrister, etc., is not as easy. Here, by remembering the Father, and the cycle, you become rulers of the globe. If you don't know the Father, you don't know anything. The Father Himself does not become the masters of the world. He makes you children that. Shiv Baba says, this Brahma will become the emperor. I do not become that. I sit in the land of Nirvana. I make you children into the masters of the world. Only the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, can do true altruistic service. Human beings cannot do that. By finding God, you become the masters of the whole world. You become the masters of the earth and the sky, etc. The deities were the masters of the world, were they not? There are now so many partitions. The Father now says, I make you into the masters of the world. Only you existed in heaven. Bharat was the master of the world. It has now become poverty stricken. Bharat once again becomes the masters of the world through you mothers. The majority is of mothers, and this is why it is said, salutations to the mothers. There is a short time remaining, and there is no guarantee for your bodies. Everyone has to die. It is now the stage of retirement for everyone. Everyone has to return home. God is teaching us this. He is called knowledgeful, peaceful, and blissful. He is the one who makes us full of all virtues. 16 celestial degrees fully pure. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning. Number wise, according to the efforts you make from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dharana. First point. This study makes you become like a diamond. Therefore, study well. Break away from everyone else and connect yourself to the one Father alone. Follow Srimad and claim your full inheritance of heaven. While walking and moving along, continue to spin the discus of self-realization. Blessing. May you do service as a trustee by renouncing any consciousness of mind and become a constantly contented soul. While living with your family and doing service, always remember, I am a trustee, a server. When you do not have any consciousness of mind while doing service, you can become content. When there is some consciousness of mind, you get disturbed and think, my child does this. When there is a consciousness of mind, you get disturbed. Whereas when you have the consciousness of yours, Tera, you're able to swim. Terna. You're able to swim across. To say yours, yours means to be in your self-respect. And to say mine, Mind means to have arrogance. Slogan: remain aware of the Father and his Srimad with your intellect at every moment, and you will then be called a soul who is surrendered with his heart. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.